The last concept for psychological first aid is respect limits. Although respect limits is not in the nationally acknowledged version of psychological first aid, we strongly believe it is important to emphasize this tool. Respect limits means respecting the limits of others and respecting your own limits. To respect others' limits, we recognize that individuals will respond differently and that it is not your job to force them to process their emotions or share something. If a caller tells you that they are fine, accept what they say and meet them where they are at. Even if you think they are in denial or clearly not fine, respecting limits means that you are meeting them right where they are at, right then. Just because someone might reject your help does not mean that they are in denial. It also does not mean that you are performing poorly. All of these responses are part of their stress response. Recovery can be a long process, and you are playing your part by engaging with them and meeting them right there. The second part of respecting limits means respecting your personal limits. This is a huge concept for keeping you healthy and functioning proficiently in your role. The first important concept is to acknowledge that this crisis work has an impact on you. No matter how tough we all are or might be or how well trained, dealing with crisis and stress throughout the day gradually wears on a person. The good news is we can combat this and build ourselves up, grow, and come out stronger. However, this requires intentional investment. A great step is to develop a self-care plan. Think for a moment what you do to take care of yourselves and rest and rejuvenate. Maybe you go for a walk, journal, listen to music, or head out for a hike. Now think, do you engage in these activities during emergencies? Why not? Or do you? The other part is to acknowledge when you are reaching your limits. Acknowledge when you may have worked too many hours or been engaged in a highly emotionally charged call. These are critical moments to stop and reflect where you are at. Work with your leadership to identify strategies around how to build in these moments to pause and take care of yourselves. A great deal of this work can be accomplished proactively. Small amounts of planning now will pay off in large dividends in the future. For example, consider what scenarios are disturbing or triggering to you. Maybe it is extreme sobbing or worried parents or hostile callers. Overall, this investment is well worth the time. The goal is to keep you in the game. With your experience, skills, training, and knowledge, you are the best player to be taking calls. And keeping you operating keeps the whole response system performing better. You are an investment worth taking care of. For the next exercise, look at the self-care plan in your handout and take a few minutes to draft answers to those questions. Again, having this plan written ahead of time increases the chances that you will implement the plan when dealing with an emergency.